3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Happy Hour! What are we trying?
All right, so these are Happy Thursdays. They're
Happy Thursday!
Is it Thursday?
It's Saturday.
It's Saturday. Happy Thursday, though. Yeah, these are new.
Oh. It looks like a seltzer, but it has no bubbles.
Yeah, so these are like not carbonated. So
it's called a spiked refresher.
It's like juice with alcohol.
It is. It's kind of like if you put like a splash of like juice or something in like Sprite.
So hers was, what was yours?
Pineapple star fruit.
And then that one's strawberry.
Oh, I like that one better.
Yeah, I like mine. All right. And then we have...
Okay.
So it comes in a 4-pack. Well, it's a 12-pack, but there's 4 flavors. Mine's mango passion fruit.
Mine's black cherry.
You ready? Ready to hear this? Oh, wow.
Oh. Right. You're not on the...
Actually, she is.
Oh, I don't love the black cherry.
Wow, that's mango-y.
I don't.
Tastes kind of like Dirty Feet.
Oh, I love this.
Oh Makes sense.
Dirty Feet.
Lucy, no.
Dirty feet. I've got cocks on my feet.
I don't hate this one.
I hate it.
So you can have those and I can have these. Cool.
Oh my god.
Period.
I sense a trend here.
That we have nothing in common.
We need to introduce ourselves.
Oh.
Who are you?
I don't really know, but
my
legal name is Kyley.
I'm Jojo. And this is Babbling Bartenders. And we've already started babbling. Woohoo!
And this
is Lucy. On cue. Okay.
She looks into your soul sometimes.
Yeah, she really does. Thank you for everybody who watched and liked and commented on our last
We love
one.
you.
We love you. And when we get big, when we blow up, we'll send you all
something. A kiss.
McDonald's.
Oh. I'll send you a kiss.
I'll send you one McChicken. Do you know how much McChickens
They're like $1.40 something now.
No, they're not.
No way.
They're $3.19.
What?
$3.19.
Is there anything on the dollar menu anymore?
I think it's like literally 4 chicken nuggets. That's it. Just 4.
For $1?
Mm-hmm. I remember when I was in college, McChickens on like late night was 2 for $1.
And the snack wraps and shit.
Oh my, McDonald's.
Bring it back.
Bring back snack wraps right now.
Anyways.
Oh, our one and only comment or question.
Yeah.
That we got in our last video, I think is how we are going to kick this off, which is.
So one of my friends watched our video and he asked if we were allowed to drink on the job, which
no, it depends on the bar.
It depends on the bar. So,
I don't think Florida has a law against it. Certain states do, like North Carolina. I know for a fact you cannot.
Should I look that up?
If Florida does have a law, then for legal reasons we don't live in Florida.
Yeah, and we also don't drink on the job.
Also, we're sober.
We're 2 trees and a lie.
Welcome to 2 trees and a lie. Oh man. Okay, what's your drunk story?
So I was working at the hotel, and we were not allowed to drink
at the hotel. I wouldn't imagine that you would be.
We weren't, but we all did.
Yeah.
It would get to the point where we would like make our shots, and we would look for the manager, and we would drink them with a straw, like our shots with a straw, so we could just get them down really fast and just toss it.
That's kind of smart.
Yeah, you know. Or we would do pipe bombs. I love me a pipe
What y'all know about a pipe bomb?
If you don't, it's kind of like you shotgun a Red Bull and you put liquor in it.
Yeah, so you crack it open, you dump a little out, you put liquor in it, and then you shotgun it. It's
so good.
I think other places they're called Y bombs.
Yeah, people call it Y bombs or pipe bombs. There's like
someone told me once that the difference is one's tequila and one's vodka, but I've never heard that.
I've never heard that.
Me neither.
But like, also which one's which? Because
I don't know.
I just put vodka in mine, or I just ask what.
I've put anything.
I was about to say I ask what liquor they want.
I think I put Goldschlager in one once. I like Goldschlager.
Of course you do.
I do.
You also like Roofies.
I love Roofies.
Yeah.
I like Fireball. I like Jaeger. Whatever, dude.
Anyways. I think it was me and one other bartender, and I knew I was getting off early and I was going out. So I was like, I got a pregame. It's free liquor, like, because most people buy us shots and stuff. So that's
even if you're not allowed to drink at a job, the amount of people that try to buy you a shot is astonishing.
Yeah, they just want to spend their money on us.
Yeah.
And so honestly, I don't even remember that night. Like, I don't remember much
of my story either.
Yeah, I just remember taking so many fucking shots, and I think I might have taken like 3 Y bombs that night.
Oh my god!
While I was still working.
Oh my god!
Because we would usually start our shift off with like a Y bomb.
Yeah, I feel like I did that a lot too.
Yeah, and
actually, I think my story involves a pipe bomb too. Now that I think about it.
And yeah, all I remember is ending up going, like, I think they cut me, and I like got all the money ready, went into the office to get like my money, and I was just sitting there in the office chair, and I was like,
you gotta like play it cool.
Yeah, and the manager I like had was he was not a fun manager at all.
No.
And the next day I think I worked again, and they were like, dude, you were so fucked up. And I was like, did my manager know anything? And they were like, no, he didn't suspect anything. I was like, then leave me alone. It's like, I don't remember getting home that night.
That is like the worst part, I feel like, is like when I get drunk anyways, like if I'm out in the town, I'm always so afraid of being annoying because we work around drunk people.
Exactly.
So drunk people are so annoying.
Oh my god.
Well, not always, but a lot of the time they are, especially if you're not drunk.
Yeah.
Like if you're sober and someone else is drunk, like it's so annoying. So already, last time we went out, like for like 48 hours, I was texting everybody, was I really annoying last night?
Yeah, and we were like, no, you were fun.
And I was like, are you sure? Would you tell me? And so already, like, and then being drunk at work, I'd be like, oh fuck, did I annoy my coworkers?
Or my customers?
My managers? Did anybody see?
Did I get fired?
Yeah, I have like a similar. So when I was at Patio, we had a
y'all weren't allowed to drink because it changed, and
it changed. We got a new general manager anytime the owners changed their underwear. So it was like when I first started working there, it was absolutely nothing, absolutely no shots. It did not matter under any circumstances. Damn. And sometimes at the end of the night, the GM would buy everybody around, and we'd all take a shot together. And then when we switched GMs, we were allowed, and then we switched GMs, then we weren't allowed, and then we switched GMs, and then we were allowed.
So it's like, who's the GM today?
Yeah, whoever the GM today was is if we could drink or not. But the important thing is it didn't matter who they were because everybody was drinking anyways.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't matter. Like, our first GM we had, we respected them where we wouldn't, like, necessarily take alcohol from work, but we would just bring alcohol in then. Like, we would just bring it. We're like, okay, we won't drink your alcohol.
Yeah.
But we had this bar manager, shout out Kate, and I love Kate, and she was such a party, and she could handle her liquor so well, and nobody else could. And I remember so distinctly, me and her were doubling on the outside bar, and we came in, and she was hungover, and she was like, do you want to take a shot? And I was like, yeah. So we started with 2 Irish car bombs. Within like 30
Jesus Christ.
Within like 30 minutes.
That's rough in the first place. One is.
I love an Irish car bomb. So we took.
Just the curling just throws me off.
You gotta do it quick. No dilly-dallying. So we took 2 Irish car bombs, and then we took a pipe bomb because I was like, I'm so tired. Like, and it was like 100 degrees outside too. So an Irish car bomb and 100
That's
degrees.
Rough, dude.
I was like, I need a pipe bomb. So we took a pipe bomb. And then by noon, we also had 2 Milagro shots in us. So from 10 a.m. to noon.
So you went, what did you have in the
pipe bomb? I think Milagro too.
Oh, okay.
So in 2 hours.
Say, holy shit.
No, me and her like strictly drank Milagro or Jameson when we were together. That was it. Irish car bombs, Milagro, or Jameson. Only. That's why I can't do Jameson or Milagro very much. So by noon, we were there at 10 a.m. And by noon, we had 2 Irish car bombs. Now I will say each Irish car bomb was 1 Guinness split because they were cans. Yeah. But it was still a full shot of Jameson.
Still basically a full Irish car bomb.
Yeah, so we had 2 Irish car bombs each, 2 shots of tequila, and a pipe bomb in 2 hours into our I think it was like a 14-hour shift. So lunchtime, I'm already pretty hammered.
And you probably didn't eat anything that day.
No.
No.
So she's like, why don't you go on lunch break or something? I know I went on break at one point. I think I went out to my car and I sat in my car like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do it. I come back from break. We take 2 more shots. Couldn't tell you what it was. Probably Jameson at this point. Probably straight Jameson. Pickleback.
Which is crazy because you don't even like Jameson.
Not anymore.
That might be why.
There's reasons. For like a year straight, all I drank was Jameson and Milagro. That was it. Came back, took 2 more shots. Something else happened, took a shot with a guest. And then everybody that was there for the night shift took a shot. So now we're 3-4 hours into our night shift. And we've taken 4 more shots. And so throughout the night, we're pouring shots. Oh, there's a little extra left over. Here, take the shot. We're pouring 5 shots extra.
With our bar bags.
Here, take the shot. Here, yeah, we feed it with our bar bags. And so I started blacking out because I was like hammered. And I was dropping everything. I was dropping shakers. I was forgetting, like, I was so hammered. And Kate looks at me, she goes, hey, I'm gonna head out. Because she was first cut anyway. But so
You're like, no!
I'm blackout drunk. There's one other bartender or a bar back or something. I'm blackout drunk. And my one person who's been drinking with me all day was like, head out. I was like, please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. She left. She left. I love you.
Said,
I love you. She left. She was gone.
Did she know you were blacked out?
Probably not. She was pretty drunk, but not blackout. Like, she was, like, fun. Like, she was still doing her job. Like, she was coherent. I was
not
holding it together on the outside. I did not know where I was. So she probably didn't even know. And she got, like, 3 hours of sleep the night before, so she was just tired.
Yeah.
Like, anyways. So she left, and the, like, 2 or 3 hours after she left, it was, like, I was serving time. Like, it was, like, at one point, we were like, we should start closing somebody. And I was like, yeah. And I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck I am. Like, it was so bad. It was the same thing. I don't really remember. And then I had to come into work the next day, and I was so hungover. And she came in so hungover. And she's like, I'm so hungover. I'm like, I'm so hungover. She's like, let's do an Irish car.
You're like, okay.
We did another Irish car pump the next day. It was so bad.
Oh, God.
It was so much fun. I talk about that all the time, about how we both just, like, got plastered. And then she was like, I'm head out. I got too drunk at the job we worked at one time. And not nearly as drunk as that story. I don't even mean drunk. I mean, I just got, like, fun tipsy, but, like, too fun tipsy.
It was, like, borderline drunk.
If I would have taken one more shot, it probably would have been a nightmare.
Yeah.
But I was riding that, like, oh, I'm having a really good time right now. But I was having too good of a time where I was like, I don't want to work. I'm having a really good time. And it was slow. And, was bartending with me and was a fucking homie.
He was like, just go over there.
He was like, some regulars came in, and I was like talking to him, and he pulls the chair. He's like, sit down with him. I'm like, I'm working. He's like, I got you. He's like, do you want a drink? I'm like, I'm working. It's
like, here.
He made me a gin martini and brought it to me. I took like 3 sips, and I gave it to one of the regulars because I can't drink this right now. Yeah. And I sobered back up in like 45 minutes because I stopped.
When you're at that like level, it's easy to sober back.
And I realized, I was like, oh, I've got to like chill out right now. But that time I couldn't, because she was my bar manager and she was also a really good friend of mine. So anytime she was like, yeah, pour us a shot, what am I going to do?
No.
Say no? Never. It's right in front of me. It's in a
shot
glass.
My manager. I have to respect her.
She could fire me if I say no. She's like, no, pipe bomb, get out. To be honest.
You don't want to get drunk tonight? Get the fuck out.
If you knew Kate, you would be like,
that makes
actually
sense.
Sound like that. So stupid. I
got drunk. I got pretty tipsy on New Year's. But I was also going through a lot.
And we were also given exclusive permission by our job that we were allowed to get tipsy on New Year's.
They were like, get drunk.
They were like, as long as you could serve guests and be safe with everything, you could be a little tipsy. They're like, it's New Year's. Yeah. Unless the law in Florida says that you can't, then we didn't.
We actually didn't drink at all. I actually am against alcohol.
I'm sober.
This is juice. This is a Capri Sun.
It tastes like a Capri Sun.
It does.
That's like the perfect way to describe it.
Yeah. Like adult Capri Suns. Like you can kind of taste the alcohol a little bit, but it's not like
Capri Sun. This one especially is so Capri Sun-y.
This one does too. The black cherry kind of tastes like the Paradise something or Patch. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
That's such a good way to describe. They should have put them in pouches.
You know how many people would drink those just because they look like Capri Suns?
That one bar we have downtown, the Tiki Bar,
Mhm.
they have an adult Capri Sun. Have you ever had it?
No.
It's in a clear pouch, and
So we're going.
I love that place.
Let's go.
They don't have the kind of gin I like, but they make a really good business, so I'll do it anyways. Yeah, I'm talking about how I like pipe bombs,
You're like,
Jameson shots.
they don't like my. They don't have my gin.
That was like 3 years ago. Now I'm like, I need my gin or I can't go.
I have a darker subject.
Shit. It's
Not
good.
really.
It's good to stay like informed though.
Yes.
So, Roofies.
They're not fun.
Roofies. I feel like there are certain bars in our town that are like known for like being roofie bars.
Which I got roofied at.
You got roofied at the bar? At that bar?
Yeah.
I got roofied at the 3-story one.
BS?
No.
Yeah, I got roofied at BS.
Really?
Yeah.
At the patio?
No. Yeah.
Mine was at the 3-story one with the club on top. But it was on the bottom floor.
Really?
Yeah. But mine was done by somebody that we knew.
Oh, shit.
So mine's probably different. Yours was by somebody random?
I don't know.
Oh, shit.
Roofies.
Roofies. What a way. Bring it in.
Great time. So I was roofied with my best friend at the time. We were in our like party stage, like, you know,
Most
going
of my
out every
stories are the
weekend.
party stage stories.
Yeah, we would go out on the weekdays, like
Mhm.
shit. And we know most of like the bartenders downtown.
Yeah.
And so we Ubered from my house, and because
Responsible.
yeah,
Wow.
if you ever go out and y'all are all gonna get drunk,
Uber. Just Uber.
Please just Uber.
Just Uber.
It's like $10.
I was in the car with somebody who got a DUI, which we could circle back to that if you want. It's scary. I wasn't the one getting it, but it's scary.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
Even if you're not the one getting the DUI, it's terrifying.
Yeah. Because you're like, oh shit, like, we fucked up.
Also, I could have died.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anywho. So we started at like our, what are we calling? 3-story? We can call it 3-story, I guess. Because downstairs 3-story.
We could call it something brick. What should we call that? So this bar that she's talking about, it's a 3-story bar. It's a bar on the down. It's almost like
it's like a craft beer kind of bar.
Yeah, because they don't do a lot of cocktails.
Yeah.
And then the second story, there's a speakeasy.
Yeah.
And then the third story, there's like a kind of like a nightclub kind of thing.
Yeah, and technically there's another story where it's like a private event area.
Yeah.
But
call it nightclub basement.
Basement?
It's below the nightclub.
Yeah. Okay, so nightclub basement. we gotta start writing these now. There's so many.
Take notes, put it in your Google Docs.
Right. So we are really close with one of the bartenders at nightclub basement. And so we started there, and we were at the point where we could take a shit ton of shots and a couple of drinks and we would be fine.
Mm-hmm. I was there.
Yeah. And so I think we took like a couple, like 2 or 3 shots, had like a drink or 2, and then we went to high school reunion.
That's just like getting the night started in peak party times.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So she works at high school reunion at the time.
High school reunion is so funny because you don't get it unless you live in our town.
And if you do live in our town, you're like, yep.
Yep. That's it.
So we went in, got a drink. I think we took like 2 or 3 shots there, and we had to go to the bathroom. And if you know anything about this place, the bathroom is absolutely disgusting.
A nightmare.
Like, imagine the worst bathroom you've ever been in times 3.
It's a gas station bathroom.
Yeah.
But like
worse.
A really bad gas station bathroom.
Yeah.
And there's always a line.
Yeah.
Like so long, like men go behind the building and pee instead.
Yeah. And I think some females do. Whatever.
Do it.
And so we didn't want to carry our drinks. So she obviously worked there. So we talked to the bartender or the bar back, and we're like, hey, can you hold on to these? He put them at the edge of the bar where it's like you can put like how bartenders put like their fruit or like their shakers and stuff like at the like edge of their bar. He put them right there.
If you are ever going to the bathroom at a bar, just bring it with you.
Yeah, just bring it with you.
Bring it with you.
We were stupid.
Or if you have somebody that you 1,000% trust.
Yeah.
Preferably if you're a female.
Yeah.
Just bring it.
Yeah.
The amount of times in Irish that I just bring my drink to the bathroom, I put it on the toilet paper holder, I wash my hands, like I don't even leave it out of my sight.
No, and then or just finish it and then like
get a new one.
Yeah. And if you have any like question about if something happened to your drink, just
putting a napkin over it and walking to the bathroom is not doing anything.
Because look, I can.
Yeah, like you can just put the napkin back on. Like there's no people do that all the time, and I think it's so strange. I'm like, you could for sure get in there still.
I do it because I don't want bugs to get in my drink.
No, I get that. And if you're in like a broad daylight, like
like
our bar is a restaurant, that's a little different. But if you're at a
bar where
high school reunion and you're just putting a napkin on and walking away, like
good luck.
Yeah, no. Anyways,
so we get back. We probably had like half our drink left. We finished it. I think we took like another shot, maybe another drink, and we left. And then we went back to
basement.
Yeah, the basement.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I had a drink. She got a water. I don't remember walking from high school reunion back to basement, but I remember like a couple like glimpses of basement. And her husband is a cop. I don't know if I'm her husband's a cop, so he was picking us up, and he just told us that he remembers us holding hands on the corner of the street waiting for him to pick us up.
Let's think about
and Roofies, I don't remember
too, that. Is Roofies, you go from 0 to blackout.
Yeah.
That's it. Like there's no...
And we did drink a lot that night, but compared to what we usually drink.
Did anybody try to talk to you when you got out of the bathroom? Like anybody approach you?
No.
Because it's strange that somebody would roofie you and then not try to get you home.
But we left pretty quick.
Like you got out of the bathroom, you had finished your drink and left?
Yeah. So maybe like, I don't know. But I know for a fact because we both blacked out at the same time. We don't remember like getting in the truck.
Yeah, you were roofied.
Yeah. We don't remember like talking to the bartender. We texted the bartender the next day asking if we paid for our stuff. Like we didn't remember. And then that night they drove me home. I remember me walking out of the car. My friend opened the door to puke. She puked in the like cup holder on the side of the door.
Yeah.
And then she fell and like out of a truck and like scraped her face up.
Oh my God, dude.
And then we ended up like she was okay. He was taking her home. I went and I tried to like run a bath. I fell asleep on my fucking my couch and like woke up the next night or like not I woke up like an hour later and thankfully like my tub didn't like not an hour but I woke up before my tub like overflowed. I didn't even go and take a bath.
Did you, when you woke up, was it like all of a sudden you were awake?
Yeah.
So when I was roofied, I didn't know I was roofied until like months later.
Really?
Because I just thought I blacked out. And then the more people around me.
And I wasn't hungover the next day.
Oh, I was
really? I wasn't like, I don't think.
No, maybe I wasn't that. I think that I was hungover, but I think it was because it was such a strange experience. So I didn't know until months later because people around me were talking about being roofied and like how roofies affect you.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's so strange because that kind of sounds like this one time I got blackout, but it makes no sense why I got blackout.
Yeah.
And it clicked and it was really sad, but I'm going to keep mine as light as possible because it's not as light as yours. Nothing terrible happened to me, but it was not as comfy as a situation as yours.
Mm-hmm.
So I was out with a group of friends. It was also peak party stage for me, where starting the night was like 3 shots and a drink, you know? And you're like feeling fine, tipsy, but like nothing crazy.
You're just buzzed.
Mm-hmm. We were also in basement.
Okay.
And we were all hanging out, just like having a good time. I went to use the restroom, and it was not a weekend. It was a weeknight. And I trusted every person I was with.
Absolutely.
It was one of my closest friends, her boyfriend at the time, another girlfriend of ours, this guy that hung out with us that he used to date one of the girls. Like, everybody was super safe. And I knew that the one guy had like a mild crush on me at that time, but I didn't. Anytime he'd make an advance, I'd be like, oh yeah, okay, you know. So I went to the bathroom, same thing. I came back, I drank, and it was like hitting a wall. All of a sudden I was blackout drunk.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's the same thing. I remember flashes. And then I remember all of a sudden coming to,
Yep.
which is what everybody says roofies. It's blackout, flashes, and all of a sudden. It's not like blackout drunk where you black out. It's like all of a sudden you're wide awake and you're wide okay again.
Yeah.
So I came back and I was hammered, what we thought. And they were like, hey, she can't drive. We're going to go to Wawa and get food. And this guy that we were with offered to drive me. He's a trusted person. He was in our friend group. He drove us. And when we came back from Wawa, he was supposed to be driving me home, and he took me to his house. Nothing terrible happened. He made advances. Flashes of, like, I'm coming to my senses, like, no thank you. I fell asleep on his floor. And I actually fell asleep. Like, I didn't black out. Like, I fell asleep. I remember so distinctly. And then I woke up wide awake like 2 hours later. Like, wide awake. Like, what the fuck am I? Where am I? What the fuck happened to me?
Yeah.
And I didn't piece it together until later, but it's the exact same thing you said. It was all of a sudden I'm blackout. Here's bits and pieces of your night. And then, boom, you're wide awake.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And people either are like you. I remember I was really hungover now. They're not hungover at all, or it's the worst hangover they've ever had in their life.
Yeah,
Mine was the worst hangover I've ever had in my life.
It's hard to, like, place, because I've been hungover a lot. No, not gonna lie, but
Yeah.
I either was really fucking hungover, or I wasn't hungover at all, and I was weirded out by it because I was like, I blacked out.
Yeah, and I said that first time. I was like, oh, I blacked out, and I excused him for a long time. Fuck that guy now. Fuck you. I drop his name. Full name, first and last.
Hey, just so you know.
I excused it for a long time because I was like, oh, well, he just, like, he didn't know my address. And I was like, well, if I really blacked out drunk, maybe I couldn't give him my address.
Yeah.
Like, maybe he just took me to his house. But he made advances on me when I was at his house. Very, very, very intense advances. Like, not just like, hey, it was very intense.
Yeah.
But yeah, and months later, someone was like, yeah, I got roofied, and this is what happened. And I was like, oh, everything makes sense. I go to the bathroom, I'm sitting next to him. I come back, all of a sudden I'm blacked out. All of a sudden, he's the one to volunteer to drive me places, which he's never driven me anywhere. And because he was a trusted friend, my friends, I don't fault my girlfriends at all for that, by the way, because that is never a thought in their head. Like, if we were hanging out with one of our guy friends, like, that we all trusted, like,
Funny story. I didn't get roofied this night, but I got absolutely obliterated. I was at nightclub upstairs.
Oh, God.
I ended my night there.
Nightclub is above basement nightclub,
and
which is, it's all one place.
Yeah. And I was with a friend at the time, and then I think she was with one of her friends. And we were with, like, a couple, like, other people that, like, I knew but I wasn't close with, but I just was friends with. Really, I don't want to say we were, like, super close, but we were pretty close. This guy tried to dance with me, like, just weird vibes, and then this other guy was from out of town or something, and he was friends with the girl that I was friends with, and he was trying to talk to me.
People from out of town always go there too because they Google this town club, and it's the only club that comes up. And let me tell you, it's not a club.
It's literally probably like,
it's a diet club.
Yeah, it's probably like, what, 600 feet, 800 feet.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
so, like, square feet.
Yeah,
maybe 1,100 if you count, like, the back, like, all the private areas and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, square feet. It's like a tiny, like, the dance floor's like the size of this room. And it's, if you've ever been to a real nightclub, which I used to party in Tallahassee, and it is not that. It is not that at all. Anytime I see videos of people in clubs, I'm like, damn, that's what a club can look like.
Oh, shit.
We have one other club in our town, and somebody got shot in the parking lot like a month into it opening.
Yeah, it's not the safest area.
Florida. Yeah. Also in Taylor Swift's new album, Florida. You need to listen to that one. You would like that one. Okay. She says Florida, it's one hell of a drug.
Got that damn right. And I had just started talking to my ex-boyfriend at the time again. And I was, like, texting him. I was, like, just updating him through the night. Like, just,
yeah, that's normal.
Talking to him. And I drove that night, and my friend, I lived like 30 minutes away at the time, like from downtown. So I was not capable of driving. So my ex-boyfriend texted me. He's like, "Hey, I can pick you up. Like, if you need, like,
no worries,
no pressure, like whatever." I was like, "Okay," like, oh, whatever. And my friend, they took me to my car, and then the guy that was from out of town got in my car.
Ew.
And he was like, I was like, "No, it's okay. Like, my boyfriend's gonna come and pick me up, blah, 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 blah."
Oh, is he like trying to make you safe?
Yeah.
Or...
And I was like, "No, it's really okay. Like, he'll be here in like 20 minutes. Like, it's fine. Whatever."
Like, you were just sitting
Keep
in
in
the
mind,
car.
my friend already fucking left me.
Ew. Who? She left you?
She left me with this man.
I cannot imagine leaving you with a stranger. Car. Like, my friend's leaving me is because he wasn't a stranger. That's a stranger.
In my car alone at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Downtown?
Downtown.
What parking lot were you in?
We were in front of Mellow Mushroom now.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's like on the outskirts of downtown. By the way,
there's no
dark.
cameras.
There's no lights.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Ew.
Yeah, you wonder why I'm not fucking friends with her again. And I still was friends with her after that. Because I was like, it's fine. Like, she was probably, like, drunk too. Like, blah, blah, blah.
I don't care,
I don't
dude.
fuck. No, fuck you, bitch.
Ew. I don't like that.
And if you're watching, fuck you. You can keep that in.
I'll keep it in.
And all of a sudden, so we have a parking garage in our downtown area. All of a sudden, my car is in the parking garage.
So he's in the driver's seat.
He wasn't. I don't know how we swapped. I remember getting into my driver's seat. Somehow my car ended up in the parking garage. As I'm texting my boyfriend, like my ex/boyfriend, whatever you want to call it, telling him, like, trying to update him, and he can't get a hold of me because I'm almost like, I'm to the point where, like, I'm not coherent.
Yeah, you're like blackout. I cannot imagine leaving a girlfriend like that.
And so he's my boyfriend at the time is trying to call my friend saying, where the fuck is she? Like, because she told him where I was parked.
But you weren't there anymore.
But I was not there.
The way I would,
he was like, why the fuck would you leave her?
I'd be so mad.
Yeah. If you
did that to me, I think my boyfriend would wring your neck.
Yeah. Deadass. And I remember him, and you know how his truck was. Like, it's loud, and you can hear it coming from a mile away. I can hear him in the parking garage, like, circling up the parking garage, like, flooring it.
Is the dude still in there?
The dude is still...
I'd be like, dude, you need to get the fuck out of here. Good job.
Thanks. I'm pretty good.
It's a bug episode. We're infested. I was just like, you had like earlier.
And I'm at this point in the passenger seat. Is it good?
No.
It's not on?
Nope.
Fuck.
I don't know what point it turned off.
It's fine, whatever. I'm loud enough that
mine probably picked you up a little bit. I can balance it later.
Okay. At this point, I'm in the passenger seat. My boyfriend's truck is going up, and I can hear it. He's in my driver's seat, and my boyfriend jumps out of the car. He doesn't even get in the parking spot. He jumps out of the car, like, coming to check on me. And the guy, like, was like, "Oh, you got her? Okay." Bolts.
Like, I haven't told you to leave me alone. Oh, now you're scared because it's funny how you don't take me seriously until there's another man involved.
And he was, like, staring at him, like, and it was just a weird situation.
Ew.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Or I might have been in, because I had my Jeep Cherokee at the time. I might have been in the back seat. No, I was in the passenger seat, and I don't know, something like that. But it was just weird. Oh my god.
I got cut off at if we're just telling drunk stories. I got cut off at Irish.
No fucking way.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry. Mike's died.
Always something. And that's showbiz, baby.
Can't deal with it. Get the fuck out.
I was saying that I got cut off once at Irish, which is like impossible to do. Like, if you could have alcohol poisoning, like, on their floor, and they'd be like, Well,
They're like, you want another shot?
yeah, we went out. It was my mom's birthday like 2 or 3 years ago, and at dinner we got like me and a group of friends like got kind of drunk. I was like, let's go out, and so I met up with more friends out. We started at basement. They cut us off because we were ordering too many shots like too close together. And so we were like, F this, we'll go to Irish. And we went to Irish, and long story short, I kept ordering shots from the bartender, like common shots, like pink starburst, like that kind of thing. And she'd be like, I don't know what that is. And I was like, oh, okay, like, can you Google it? And she'd be like, no. And I'd be like,
can I tell you what's in it?
Yeah, so I'd be like, okay, can I tell you what's in it? And she was like, fine. I told her what was in it. She goes, that sounds gross. And I was like, okay, well, make yourself an extra, like, so you can try
I'll buy it for you, yeah.
And then she did. We took it, and then the same thing happened again because we were ordering like one of each, like one round of pink Starburst, one round of grape sodas, one round of Jolly Ranchers, and every single time it was the same thing. So I don't know what that is. You can tell me what's in it. That sounds disgusting. Why can't you just order a regular shot?
What's a regular shot then?
I don't tequila. So I turned around, and to my big group of friends, I went, "That bartender's a fucking bitch." Because I was wasted. I didn't mean to say it that loud. But she was. And I will stand on that. And she went, all of you get the fuck out! And kicked us all out. And made like the bouncer come get us and kick us out.
That's ridiculous.
Because I was like, why do we have to leave? Because I'm calling you a bitch because you're being a bitch.
Yeah, don't be a bitch and
that wouldn't happen.
Fine.
Strange. Interesting. Yeah, every time I tell someone I got cut off there, they're like, what?
Wow.
And I wasn't cut off for being too drunk. I was cut off for calling her a bitch. Which I called her that because I was too drunk. But also because she was a bitch.
Yeah.
Because the next day I was like, what the fuck happened? And my friends were like, bartender was being a bitch and you called her a bitch.
So you just don't like who you are.
Also, cool. I'm speaking fat. Okay. This could ruffle feathers. But we're going to talk about...
If you do this...
these are things that people do, guests do, that annoy the shit out of service industry people / bartenders.
Yes. Do
you have one? I have so many.
When I'm talking to a guest, literally in front of them, and then the person behind them is like I see you, or tries to start ordering from me. This
in general kind of drives me crazy, especially like you just walked out the bar and I turn around to go get something. I'm like, hey, I see you, babe. My whole job is to watch the bar.
Like I had one last night, where I was literally having a conversation with one of my bar guests that's actually sitting, and we have like at our job like people will come up behind the bar guests and like try to order like stuff
if they're waiting on a table or whatever.
And this guy, I'm talking to my guest, and this guy, like I make eye contact with him in a second. I'm literally about to tell him I'll be with him in a second. He goes, hey, can I get, I'm like,
And I get, like, if it's super busy and you're trying to wiggle your way in, like, this is my chance. But also,
we're not that busy.
And also, I promise I'll be right there.
Yeah, I'm not going to ignore you.
It will come. My biggest one, it, like, drives me up a fucking wall, is when somebody comes in. It's usually more of, like, a dinner time thing, and they get a Coke or a cocktail or whatever, and they ask for a water, and then they do not touch the water anytime.
Like, I don't have a problem with you, like, ordering a water, but if you're not going to touch it, do not make me go get
And if you're drunk and you order water and then you forget about it, I don't really care.
Yeah.
It's when you're coherent and you're like, I'm going to have a Coca-Cola and a water. I'm going to have a Long Island and a water. And then literally not one sip coming out of the water.
And not a problem if you do that and you actually drink it. I don't care.
Even if you drink a quarter of it. I'm like, you needed to quench your thirst. I'm one of those people that I order a water and a cocktail.
Yeah. A water and a Coke or something. Yeah.
Just last night, I went out and I had a cocktail and a water with dinner, and I drank both of them completely empty.
Bone dry,
baby. Like, it doesn't bother me. A Japanese steakhouse. Ooh. I thought Lucy ate that.
I ate that one.
It just drives me crazy. It's just, I don't know why. It just, like, sends... When I serve tables, it drove me crazy because carrying a full water to the back when you're bussing is, like, annoying. But for some reason, there's something about it that I'm just like, why did you fucking order it?
I'm gonna fucking kill this thing.
Did you get it?
No.
That looked close. Do you have another one? One of mine is when regulars get too comfortable. We had this regular. I'm not going to say too much about him because I actually really did like him at patio. I did really like him, but he was one of those regulars that was like way too comfy.
And they just expect things.
He would walk in. He would expect me to drop everything for him. He tipped good, but not
good enough for me to drop everything.
Yeah. He wanted the TVs to the channel. He wanted the TVs on immediately. There was a couple times he would just walk into the service station and we'd be like, hey, like, you totally can't be back here. And he'd be like, I just need a water. And we'd be like, yeah, go ask for it.
We'll
over
get
there.
you it.
Any regulars that are too comfortable drive me crazy.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, this is my seat. This is my seat. He used to say that too. He'd be like, this is my seat. We'd be like, well, actually, no.
It doesn't have your name on it.
Also,
he starts writing on it.
Also, that's kind of embarrassing. If you're in a bar so often that you have a seat.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you think you have a seat at a bar, stop.
Unless you own it.
That one guy that keeps coming in.
We can't talk about it. But it's just, it's the epitome of like a too comfortable. You're too comfortable of a regular.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't do it.
I really want to talk about that one too.
I know we can. When men leave their phone number on the receipt or hit on you and they tip like 10%.
Yeah, I was about to say don't tip 20%.
That happened to our friend Caitlin recently. She served a table. It was Thursday night. She served a table and she came up to me and she just showed it to me. She goes, absolutely not, sir. Can you imagine like in her voice? Jail. No. Jail. It was like,
I can literally hear her saying that.
It was like 10 on like 70 and it had his name and number at the bottom.
Yeah, I've had a lot of those. Yeah.
I'm like, somebody got my number.
I didn't put the ring light back on.
That's alright. There was a time when I was single that I gave my number to someone before he paid. It was also my party days, and I gave my number to someone, and he tipped like shit. And he texted me later, and I said, "Don't talk to me until you learn how to tip."
Did he ever text back?
I think that he did. I think it was one of those. Well, I usually tip, but and I was like, okay.
Oh, so you're broke.
Oh, you're poor.
So don't text me. I was going to say, so don't text me.
Yeah, oh man. You know what I love? Whistling. Oh man, whistling.
Oh. Or hey, shut the fuck up.
So bad.
Who raised you? Leave me alone.
Jail. If you work in a dive bar and you want some good comebacks for regulars, we can't do it where we work because it's a little bit too nice. But my favorites used to be if someone whistled, I'd turn around and bark at them and then keep working. And if they said anything, I'd be like, that's how you address dogs.
And I'm not a fucking dog. If you want me to be a fucking dog, I'll bark at you and bite you.
The other one is this. What do you say? And you say, oh, baby, it takes more than 2 fingers to make me. Can't use it. I can't, so you use it.
I just hate people that try to get to know me too well.
Especially like the first time you've come in.
Yeah, like
I'm telling you the work version of me right now.
Yeah, you don't want to know the real version.
First of all, you don't want to know. And second of all, I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, you will not be sitting here anymore if I tell you my real version.
I like when men are like assuming we're hitting on them because we're being nice to them. I'm like, that's actually my job. Or,
what's the meaning of your tattoos?
That hurt? Bitch, of course it hurt. It's a needle going into my skin. It hurt. So what's that one mean? It means I look cooler than you.
Yeah. Sorry, you're lame.
It means I look better than you and I had an extra $1,000 to spend.
I know I look cool, but I've never said I was smart.
I like, and there's like 3 variations of this. Of make it strong. Oh, do you want a double? No. Okay. That's not how that works. Light ice drives me fucking crazy.
Okay, so you're gonna get all mixture in.
If you say rum and Coke light ice, it doesn't mean more rum. It means more Coke.
Yeah.
Drives me up a wall. Or no ice. Like, and if you want no ice, like if you really do want no ice, like it's cold outside or something, I always ask them like, do you want me to fill it up halfway or do you want more mixer?
Yeah.
Because
no, fill it up. Well, you're not getting any more liquor, so good luck.
Also, another one that really gets me is can we get a shot? Yeah, which one? Whatever you want. What you pick. I'm going to
give you the worst, disgusting, warm shit that I can find.
I saw something once that said, and me and Taylor used to do it at patio. It was a strawberry surprise shot. And you say, oh, you want a strawberry surprise? And it was a warm tequila shot. And the surprise was there's no strawberry.
We're going to do that.
It's just a room temperature tequila. Do you want a strawberry surprise? It's just like room temperature rail tequila.
I would throw up.
I had a dude one time.
I've had a girl throw up in a shot glass before.
I had a girl throw up all
We had a girl.
Oh my god, so we had a girl throw up in a shot glass recently, and there was one day you weren't there, it was a late night. Somebody, it was in a big plastic cup. We were out of shot glasses. Took it and threw back up into it and all over the bar. And I gave the trash can and the towel to Kyle, our bar back, who's also a really good friend of ours.
Did he do it?
I said, go make her clean that up. Because she was taking her hands and scraping it off the bar into the... And I said, go make her... And he went, I'm not going over there. I said, yes, the fuck you are.
Get some gloves or something. I don't care.
He dragged the whole trash can over and gave her, like, 3 towels and, like, made her, like...
Yeah. If you can't hold your fucking liquor, you're going to clean your fucking own.
We threw the towels away.
Too. I would, too. Ooh.
We were like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Cannot do it. Fucking nasty, dude. Oh, I had a dude. I was saying, one time I was in Irish bar. Again, back in my single crazy party days. Mm-hmm. And this dude was, like, hitting on me. It was light harassment, you know, like, following me around. I'd be like...
It was borderline harassment.
It was, like, yeah. I'd, like, kind of dismiss him, and he would just show back up, or, like, he followed me, like, to the... In that place, it's an outside bar, but you have to go through an inside alley, or an inside, like, hallway. And the bathroom is, like, in the inside hallway. Yeah. And I went upstairs into the inside hallway, and he was outside the bathroom, and he kept talking to me and then followed me back down. And he was like, can I buy you a shot or something? And I went, you know what? Yeah, you can buy me a shot. And in my mind, I was like, this dude's annoyed the fuck out of me. I'm going to get free liquor out of it. I was going to say, I deserve a shot. And he comes back and he hands me, and it's, like, dark out there. Like, you can't really see much. I watched him get it from the bartender. I just didn't see what bottle was picked up, but I watched him pick them up off the bar. Like, the bartender set them down and picked them up. And he brought it over to me, and it's dimly lit. I just took it, and it was middle of summer, outside Florida temperature, Sailor Jerry's. Not even chilled. Not mixed with anything. Straight out of the 90-degree weather, Sailor Jerry's. And I took it, and I did not throw it back up because I'm not a pussy.
Yeah.
And I went, what the fuck was that, dude? And he was like, it was Sailor Jerry's. That's my favorite. And I was like, what would possess you to think that me, a 20-something-year-old girl, would want a warm...
A girl in general.
...shot of... The lady sitting next to me at the bar had a rum and pineapple, and she was like, here, honey, and, like, let me take a sip of hers because it was so foul. And I said that to her. I was like, would you... Her man was sitting next to her. I was like, would you buy a random girl in a bar warm spiced rum? And he was like, no, I'm thinking, like, a lemon drop. I'm like, I'm thinking that too, babe.
But fucking lemon drops?
Or if he would have been like, hey, are you a fan of Sailor Jerry's? I'd be like, no, I'll take tequila, or I'll take Jameson. I'll take a pickleback. Like, if you don't want to buy me a crazy fruit shot, like, I'll take a pickleback.
But also, fucking Irish does not do good lemon drops.
No. No. There's one guy there that I really love. Shout out Sean. I don't do it when he's too busy, but when he's not, I'm like, please, can I get a grape soda? Makes such good grape soda shots. There's like 10 ingredients in them, and I feel really bad.
What's in a grape soda? Because I know that a lot of people make it different.
Grape vodka, blue curacao, sour mix, Sprite. No Sprite. Blueberry Red Bull. I think blueberry Red Bull. Yeah, blueberry Red Bull.
Family Reunion are like known for their grape shots,
which is crazy because Sean for sure makes a better one.
They're not good at all.
I also like a cherry limeade shot, but if it comes out clear, it's not going to be good.
Oh, absolutely not.
If it comes out, if they still use cherry vodka, but it's red, it'll still be good. But it needs grenadine or cherry juice in there. It's not as good.
Because
now we're just like talking about shots.
We're not being patio.
Ugh. We went out a couple months ago, and we don't really go out much anymore.
No,
but we did like this whole thing, like it was a Saturday. Yeah, because you got off early.
Yeah.
And we did this like whole big group of us went out, and I was like, we're gonna bar hop, we're gonna grab a cherry limeade shot from like everywhere, and then we'll find somewhere to settle. And we went, and we were with a couple.
Cherry limeades are apparently worth her.
I love a cherry limeade shot. I don't know why. It's sugary, but it's not like a ton of stuff. Mm-hmm. And one of our, like, we were with a couple friends that like don't go out very often, and I went, if it's clear, it's not going to be good. And we went into patio, and the kid behind the bar said,
"What's in it?"
So what do you put in your cherry limeade?
So you don't know how to make it.
Because he knows I'm a bartender. And I was like, oh. And I told him, and I even said, if it comes out clear, it's usually not good.
And it came out clear.
It came out clear,
and
it was not good.
Then he topped it with grenadine, I'm pretty sure. Remember?
No, he didn't.
No?
He didn't put any...
We tried to get him to do it or something.
Yeah,
I told him...
Yeah, you were like, you should put... but we had already passed them out, so we were like, oh, we'll just take them. And then we had Darby. Shout out Darby.
I love her.
That her cherry limeade is the best.
Yeah.
She used the filthy cherry juice. Oh, so good.
Shout out Darby. I love her.
Love Darby.
Darby.
Should we end on our kind of 2-ish drinks of the day? Yeah.
Alrighty. So we usually only do one.
Yeah.
We're gonna probably do one from now on. But we had a request about a blue Long Island,
which is also known as an adios motherfucker.
Yes. It is the same thing as a Long Island. Instead of triple sec, you use blue carousel, and then you top it with Sprite instead of Coke.
Honestly, way better than a traditional Long
Island.
And
if you don't know what we're talking about, go watch the first episode.
Check it out. What did we say earlier? An Irish car bomb?
Yeah, an Irish car bomb.
It's like Irish car bombs are a little more well known, but it's Guinness or some sort of stout. But where we are, it's most commonly Guinness. Sorry. And Jameson, and then some sort of Irish cream. We use Bailey's.
Yeah.
Also, life hack: put the Jameson in the Guinness, and then drop the Bailey's in at the very last second, because it'll curdle real bad.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, you're lucky.
I love an Irish car bomb. I think they're so good. I used to go to the ice cream shop near Patio.
Are you okay?
And I would get a scoop of vanilla ice cream, and I would put it in Guinness, and I'd have a Guinness float.
You're a dirty bitch.
Ditty girl. So good. Well,
that's our second episode.
Woo! Thank you for watching. You can follow us on social media platforms, both us and our podcast.
Yo! It'll be listed below, or yeah, or on the screen in a second.
Both.
Yeah.
And also, a little subscribe or a like or a comment
would
you can
be
ask
really
us
appreciated.
Any questions you want, because what else do we have to do than answer them?
Exactly. We will talk to you guys, please.
Please, we'll talk back. Please. Right now, we're just talking to a wall and the dog. She's not even talking.
My mannequin.
We're behind the camera. There's mannequin.
That's our audience.
That's who we're talking to right now. There's not a thought behind those eyes.
She's a dumb bitch.
What's her name?
They're usually on the necks.
Well,
I think that was Sabrina.
Sabrina? Bye, Sabrina! That was it. We have to end there.